The Forgotten Melody. The cage my son and daughter-in-law built for me. How would you feel if the ones you trusted most stabbed you in the back? What you're about to hear will shock you. Are you ready? Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and hit the like button. Sarah, at 72, was about to learn the answers to questions that echoed through every corner of her life, with a pain too deep for words. Once, her fingers had danced across piano keys, breathing soul into every note. She was the beloved music teacher of a small town, where students came not just to learn scales but the harmony of life itself. Now, those notes had fallen silent. Her piano gathered dust, her hands trembled, and her spirit was shrouded in stillness. The melody of her life played like a broken record, spinning in her ears as a hollow, endless hum. 5 years had passed since her dear husband David left this world in peace. After his death, Sarah's life faded into a colorless canvas. She lived alone in their small, memory-filled house in the village, until the day her only son, Michael, and his wife, Emily, insisted she move in with them in the city. Michael had held her hand tenderly, his eyes earnest. "Mom, we can't bear you being alone here. Emily and I want you with us. The kids, Lily and Tom, adore you. It'll be good for all of us." His words warmed her heart, planting a fragile hope in the cold walls of her solitude. She trusted Michael completely. He was her flesh and blood, after all. Emily's modern, minimalist home felt nothing like the warmth Sarah was used to. It looked like it had leapt from a magazine cover. Flawless, spotless, every detail in place. The guest room meant for Sarah was just as pristine but lifeless, cold. Emily's need for control quickly became suffocating. She micromanaged everything: how Sarah folded towels, which clothes she hung, even whether she used the right hand soap. Sarah became less a family member and more a carefully monitored accessory. She made herself invisible, tiptoeing at breakfast, retreating to her room early, while Emily's smile never reached her eyes. The only light in that sterile house was her grandchildren. Lily, 8, was a burst of energy. Tom, 11, quiet but curious. Every afternoon when they returned from school, Sarah's face would brighten. She'd dust off the piano, her fingers moving with years of mastery. Lily perched on the bench, swinging her legs as she watched her grandmother's magic. "This is the sound of rain, sweetheart," Sarah would say, her fingers gliding. "And this, the whisper of the sea." Sometimes, Tom shyly joined, his small hands fumbling under hers as she patiently taught him chords. They sang old nursery rhymes, Sarah's voice, still clear despite the years, blending with the children's laughter. For the first time, real joy echoed in that house. Sarah did everything to ease their lives. She gave Michael a significant portion of her pension to start his business. When he struggled to secure a loan, she handed over her savings without hesitation. "I'd do anything for my son's future." For Emily's garden obsession, she sold David's last precious heirloom jewelry. Every flower that bloomed, she imagined not the lost gems but David's smile. "Your happiness is my greatest wealth," she'd whispered. She picked the kids up from school, helped with homework, spent hours prepping Emily's flawless dinners. She learned the smart home system to adjust lights and thermostats, becoming an invisible cog in their machine. Emily treated her efforts as expected, even nitpicking. "Anne, there's a more efficient way to do that." Sarah swallowed every slight, never showing the hurt. She didn't want praise, just love, understanding, a place to belong. But all she got was silence. Then, one May morning, Michael and Emily left for a second honeymoon in Hawaii, leaving the kids with Sarah. Emily's farewell hug was icy. "We trust you completely," she said, her words too polished. Something felt off. The first few days were peaceful. Sarah played David's old piano, talked to the garden, read her books. But the calm felt eerie, like the lull before a storm. Until Wednesday night, when she spotted a tiny red light on her bedroom ceiling. Her breath caught. A camera. Not for safety, for surveillance. Her hands shook as she searched the house. Cameras lurked everywhere. In fake plants, the kitchen clock, even the soap dish. The final blow came in Emily's locked office, miraculously left open. On the computer, a folder labeled Sarah's Experiment held videos of her drinking tea, playing piano, crying over David's photo. Then, a clip of Emily laughing with a friend. The old woman still hasn't noticed the cameras. Watching her rant to herself is hilarious. It's the perfect psychology project. Maybe I'll make a documentary. Portrait of a forgotten mother. It'd go viral. Sarah's world shattered. She wasn't family, she was a specimen. With trembling resolve, she copied every file and called Robert Peterson, an old lawyer friend. "I need your help," she said, her voice steel. Robert outlined her rights: invasion of privacy, financial restitution for her contributions. "You don't need to burn the house down, Sarah. Just prove you own part of its foundation." When Michael and Emily returned, Sarah waited in the garden, a stack of printed evidence beside her tea. Her note read, "I'm not the one being watched anymore. You are." Emily paled. Michael's guilt was palpable. They'd forgotten to turn the cameras off. Sarah would never forget. At their final meeting, Sarah spoke with quiet fury. She told them how they'd betrayed her, turned her life into a spectacle. "I trusted you," she said, tears glinting. "You made me your experiment. Now you'll return what's mine." With Robert's help, she negotiated repayment for her financial contributions, removal of the cameras, and a written apology, no court needed. A week later, Sarah moved into a small blue cottage, hers. No cameras, no scripts, no roles. Just windows open wide, birdsong at dawn, and her piano, playing melodies no one monitored. Her walls didn't confine her, they held her. She had books with cracked spines, a table for tea and letters. Silence that wasn't empty. She existed. Sarah's story is a testament to silent betrayal, to sacrifices erased. It leaves you with a searing question. If you were Sarah, crushed, deceived, would you sue your family or walk away to reclaim your peace? Her voice now echoes from that cottage. Listen.